Thousands of years ago, in the land of India, lived a king. His name was King Hiranyakashipu. King Hiranyakashipu was a wicked, wicked king. Everyone in the kingdom was scared of him. He was cruel and mean and selfish. He wanted everyone in the kingdom to worship him as God. There is no other God, he boomed. I am the God. Worship me. Pray to me, he told his people. Everyone was very scared of him. Now King Hiranyakashipu had a son, and his name was Prahlad. And Prahlad was the exact opposite of his father. He was kind, gentle, and soft-hearted. One day, Prahlad was sitting in his room, deep in meditation. He was praying to Lord Vishnu. Just then, his father, King Hiranyakashipu, entered into the room. When he saw his son in prayer, he said, "Who are you praying to, Prahlad?" Prahlad calmly opened his eyes and he said, "To Lord Vishnu, Father." "Lord Vishnu? Who is greater, your Lord Vishnu or I?" Prahlad calmly said, "Lord Vishnu." Hearing Prahlad, King Hiranyakashipu lost his mind. He wanted to teach his son a lesson. And more than anything else, he wanted the people of the kingdom to understand how wicked he could be. So he decided that Prahlad should die. He started plotting against his own son's death. The very next day, King Hiranyakashipu threw Prahlad into a chamber full of poisonous snakes. As soon as Prahlad was thrown inside, the snakes came hissing towards him. They slithered all over his body. Prahlad's tiny little heart was beating inside of his chest. He didn't know what to do. He closed his eyes and he remembered Lord Vishnu. "Protect me, O Lord, save me." And Lord Vishnu created an invisible wall around Prahlad. And no matter how hard the vicious snakes tried, but they just could not bite or hurt Prahlad. After 2 hours, when Hiranyakashipu opened the door, he was shocked to see Prahlad alive. "This is not done. I have to think of a permanent solution. I have to think of something bigger, something stronger. Yes, elephants." The next day, Prahlad was taken to a forest that was full of a herd of crazy elephants. These elephants crushed any human that entered the forest. Prahlad was thrown into the forest, and as soon as the elephants saw Prahlad, they came charging towards him. He closed his eyes and he prayed to Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu came to his devotee's rescue. Prahlad was saved from the crazy herd of elephants, not a scratch on the boy. This drove Hiranyakashipu insane. "I have to do something." He literally pulled out his hair. And just then, his sister Holika appeared. Holika was a witch. She had magical powers. And she said, "I am going to help you, brother. I am going to help you kill that boy Prahlad." Now Holika had a boon, that she could not get burnt in fire. No fire could harm her. So Holika and Hiranyakashipu made a wicked, wicked plan. They decided to put Prahlad on Holika's lap. So the next day, preparations were made for a grand pyre. Holika sat on the woods and took Prahlad on her lap. The logs of wood were lit up and the fire started burning. Prahlad felt the heat on his body. He closed his eyes and he prayed to Lord Vishnu. And Lord Vishnu came to his rescue. The wicked Holika laughed. Ha 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 ha! Nothing can save you now, Prahlad. Your end has come. But no, what's happening? What's happening? How can the fire consume me? The fire started consuming Holika, and Prahlad escaped unharmed. By the end of the fire, there was no sign of Holika. Holika had burnt to death, and Prahlad was safe and sound. Holika's fire had eaten her up because she had used her magic to hurt another person. When Hiranyakashipu saw the spectacle, he was left speechless. That is when he understood the real power of God Almighty. Every year in India, we celebrate the festival of Holi. One day before Holi, a big fire is burnt. This fire signifies the victory of good over evil. This fire depicts the burning of Holika, or the evil within us. There is also a tradition of coloring each other's faces on the festival of Holi. It has an interesting story that goes with it. When Lord Krishna was a young boy, he went to his mother and he said, Yashoda Maya, why am I blue in color? Why am I not as fair as Radha? Yashoda Maya was busy doing some household chores, and just to humor her son, she said, if you take some blue paint and put it on Radha's face, then even she'll become blue like you. Naughty Krishna did exactly that. Which is why every year on Holi, we color each other with different colors, and it is a joyous celebration. It is the celebration of love, friendship, happiness, and finally, victory of good over evil. Happy Holi.